way, let me emphasize the point that Jalen Brunson even...
We got two things to tally. We have the situation with Kristaps Porzingis and Davis Bertans and Spencer Dinwiddie. Now we have Nico had his hands in the Jalen Brunson deal, or not in the Jalen Brunson deal. He was here though.
You're gonna learn today.
That's fact.
Came out and said this.
I really did want to stay in Dallas, and so, but they were like, we want to see where we're at, like 20, 25 games into the season. But we were like, all right, well, if we're not going to do it, I kind of don't want to do it until after the season. I'm not trying to think about this
During the season, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know at the end of the day, it just came down to the salary cap, and Dallas not wanting to spend the money on a second ball handler in Jalen Brunson. Even Mark Cuban said they...
So I know we're putting a lot of weight on the Dumonts, but here is Mark Cuban fumbling the bag, but here is Mark Cuban yet again fumbling another cash cow.
Never got a real chance to re-sign Jalen Brunson. But I imagine that if the Mavericks knew what Brunson was capable of and saw what he would end up doing in New York, I'd like to think that Nico Harrison would clear the space and at least make a competitive offer to keep Brunson in Texas. But obviously, that's not what ended up happening. Instead, midway through the next season, Nico Harrison once again convinced us he was a genius by doing this.
The Brooklyn Nets are trading Kyrie Irving for the Dallas Mavericks. That's been confirmed by our Bill Ryder. The Mavs, in return, will receive Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and a package of picks.
I think in hindsight, it would be easy for a lot of fans to look back and say something like,
Mike, why would the Dallas Mavericks trade such a massive haul for a second ball handler who just turned 30 instead of signing Jalen Brunson to a $100 million contract?